Hi folks, today on 1 Minute Math, we're going to do some SOH-TOA, which is another way of saying right triangle trigonometry. So the word SOH-TOA is just an acronym to help us remember sine, cosine, and tangent and what they stand for when it comes to looking at a right triangle. Each one of these things, sine, cosine, or tangent, is kind of a code name for a fraction representing two sides of the triangle. How you would use that. Let's say I'm looking at this picture and I'm asked to solve for x. The first thing I'm going to do is look at my angle and decide which side is opposite, which side is the hypotenuse. That's always the longest side. It's the side that's across from the right angle. And then by default, the other side is the adjacent. Now I notice that in this triangle, the two sides that I'm interested in are the hypotenuse, because it has a number on it, and the opposite, because it has an X on it. I don't really care about the adjacent. There wasn't anything marked on that. Opposite and hypotenuse, OH. Go back to my SOH-TOA, and only one of these has an O and an H in it. It's sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So my sentence looks like sine 25 equals opposite x over hypotenuse 41. I'm going to ask my calculator. You need any kind of calculator that has sine, cosine, and tangent buttons. I'm just going to type that in my calculator, and it tells me that sine of 25 is 0.422. 0.422. Now I have to solve for x. That equals x over 41. This is just a proportions problem. If you're uncomfortable with having a decimal equaling to a fraction, just put that over 1, and I can cross multiply here. X times 1, which is x, will equal 0.422 times 41, which is 17.3. We're going to do one more tiny example before we wrap this up. Looking at another triangle. Now, this is my angle. This is my point of reference. This guy's the opposite, one that's not touching it. This 4 is the adjacent. X is the hypotenuse. And in this case, I have A and H as my sides of interest. So CA, this is cosine. Cosine 20 equals A. The order of the letters is important. A over H, which makes it 4 over X. Cosine of 20, according to my calculator, is 0.939. That equals 4 over x. And again, I'll put this over 1 to make it a little bit more normal, if you will, to solve. And I get 4 times 1 divided by 0.939 is what equals x. And in this case, that is 4.26. X is 4.26. Note that is not always just the number on the thing, the number in the triangle times the sine or cosine of the angle. Sometimes you really do have to solve for that x. I hope you found this helpful. If you want a longer explanation of this topic, please make sure to click the link that's in the comments that takes you to the full-length video. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends.